Have you ever loved someone with all your heart, yet deep down, you knew you could never be with them? Maybe it's because of family, fate, or faith. But no matter the reason, the pain feels unbearable. In Islam, love is a powerful emotion, but so is surrendering to Allah's will. This video is for every soul silently struggling, asking, why would Allah let me love someone I can't have? You are not alone, and your feelings are not shameful. Islam acknowledges your pain, but it also gives you a path to healing, growth, and peace. In the next few minutes, we'll explore what you can do when your heart is aching, but the doors to marriage remain closed. We'll turn to the wisdom of the Qur'an, the example of the Prophet ﷺ, and the beauty of trusting Allah's plan. Watch till the end. This message might be the comfort you've been praying for. 1. Loving someone is not a sin in Islam. In Islam, emotions like love are a natural part of being human. Feeling affection for someone, even deeply, is not sinful in itself. The heart is something we don't always have control over. What matters is how we respond to those feelings. Islam doesn't condemn love. Instead, it guides us to express it within boundaries that protect our dignity, purity, and connection with Allah. Love becomes problematic only when it leads to actions that go against Islamic teachings, such as secret relationships, physical contact, or emotional dependence that weakens one's faith. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ acknowledged love and even gave advice on marriage when two hearts are inclined toward one another. But when love cannot be fulfilled through a halal path, Islam calls us to exercise sabr, patience, and taqwa, God consciousness. This discipline protects our heart from falling into sin and allows us to grow spiritually, even through emotional pain. 2. Marriage may not always be possible. Sometimes, no matter how strong the love is, marriage simply isn't possible. There may be real-life obstacles, family opposition, cultural expectations, financial instability, or incompatible values that make the union unwise or even harmful. Islam acknowledges that not every love story ends in nikah, and that doesn't mean the love was meaningless. Rather, it's a test of how we respond when our desires aren't fulfilled. In such cases, it's important to recognize that forcing a relationship may cause more harm than good, leading to pain, guilt, or even a loss of barakah. Islam teaches us to accept reality with wisdom and not chase what's beyond our control. Sometimes Allah closes the door to marriage to protect both hearts from future pain, or because He has written someone else who is better for your dunya and akhirah. What feels like a loss may actually be divine protection, something only time and tawakkul will reveal. 3. Allah's plan is greater. As human beings, we often plan based on what we feel, want, or expect. But Allah's knowledge goes far beyond ours. What looks like a heartbreak to us might be part of a much greater mercy from Him. Maybe the person you loved wasn't meant to walk with you toward Jannah, or perhaps they would have distracted you from your purpose. Sometimes we hold on tightly to something unaware that Allah is removing it to give us peace, growth, or a better path. The pain we feel is not a sign of being abandoned. It's a sign that we are being redirected. In the Qur'an, Allah reminds us, you may dislike something while it is good for you. Surah Al-Baqarah 216. His plan is always rooted in wisdom, even when it hurts. Trusting that plan means surrendering with hope, knowing that what Allah chooses will always be better than what we imagine. 4. Letting go can be an act of iman. Letting go of someone you deeply love is not a sign of weakness. It can be one of the highest acts of faith. When you choose to walk away from a relationship that isn't permissible or destined, you're not just making an emotional decision. You're placing your trust in Allah above your own desires. This level of submission reflects true Iman faith. It shows that your commitment to Allah's commands outweighs the pull of temporary emotions. In moments like these, Shaitan may whisper doubts, making you feel that you've lost something valuable. But in truth, you're gaining closeness to your Creator. Every tear shed in obedience to Allah is noticed by Him. The Prophet ﷺ said, "You will never leave something for the sake of Allah, but Allah will give you something better in return." Letting go becomes a form of worship, a silent yet powerful declaration. Ya Allah, I choose you. 5. Turn pain into worship. Heartbreak can either distance you from Allah or bring you closer to Him. It depends on how you respond. In Islam, pain is not just a burden. It can be a bridge to deeper worship. When your heart aches, turn to your prayer mat instead of distractions. Crying in sujood, speaking to Allah in your own words, and pouring your sorrow into dua transforms your suffering into a sacred conversation. The Prophet ﷺ often turned to prayer during difficult moments, showing us that worship is not only an obligation, but a source of healing. Your pain is a signal. It reminds you how much you need Allah's comfort and mercy. Instead of letting sadness consume you, use it to strengthen your relationship with Him. Recite Qur'an not just to complete pages, but to seek guidance and calm. When you shift your grief into devotion, you'll find peace that no one else can give. 6. Avoid emotional zina. In Islam, protecting the heart is just as important as guarding the body. Emotional zina refers to forming deep, intimate emotional connections outside of marriage that lead to attachment, longing, or desires not allowed in a halal way. While it may seem harmless, talking often, sharing secrets, or imagining a future together, it slowly pulls the heart away from Allah. These silent attachments can become addictive, creating false hopes and spiritual unrest. The Prophet ﷺ warned that each part of the body can commit zina, including the heart. Even if there's no physical relationship, emotional intimacy can still damage your spiritual purity. Islam promotes modesty not only in appearance, but also in emotional boundaries. If a relationship cannot lead to nikah, continuing it only deepens pain and distances one from Allah. True love in Islam begins with respect and is fulfilled through lawful means, not through secret, uncommitted emotional dependence. 7. Trust in Qadr, divine decree. Belief in Qadr, the divine decree, is one of the pillars of our faith. It means trusting that whatever happens, good or painful, has already been written with wisdom by Allah. When you love someone but can't marry them, it's easy to question, why would Allah let me feel this if it wasn't meant to be? But Qadr reminds us that not everything we desire is part of our ultimate path. Sometimes Allah allows us to experience love to test us, to teach us, or to help us grow spiritually. What's written for you will never miss you, and what misses you was never yours. Trusting Qadr doesn't mean you won't feel sadness, but it means you choose to have peace in knowing Allah's plan is flawless. Accepting His decree allows your heart to rest, because you know that behind every no is a greater yes waiting in the unseen. 8. Healing is from Allah. No matter how deep the pain feels, true healing comes only from Allah. Human hearts are fragile, and only the one who created them knows how to mend them. Time may help, but it's Allah who brings peace to the soul. In the Qur'an, He says, Indeed, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:28. This is not just a verse, it's a promise. When you've loved and lost, don't search for peace in distractions or people. Sit with your grief, but invite Allah into that space. Healing isn't always instant. It's a journey of patience, prayer, and surrender. Even the Prophet Yaqub, alayhi salam, wept for years over the loss of his son, but he never stopped turning to Allah. Your tears are seen, your silence is heard, and your brokenness is not ignored. Keep returning to Allah, and He will slowly replace your sorrow with serenity. If you're going through this painful test, remember, Allah sees your heart, your tears, and your silent struggles. Letting go for His sake is never a loss. It's a step towards something greater. Healing takes time, but with faith, you will find peace. If this video brought clarity or comfort to you, please like, share, and subscribe to Ineer Deen for more heart-healing Islamic reminders. May Allah replace your pain with something far better. Ameen. Comment below. Ya Allah, heal my heart and write what is best for me. We're all on this journey together.